Okay, and what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you all for being very patient, and welcome to another edition of this live predictions of this 2017 live prediction. And during that prediction, I'm also going to be talking about the Shield reunion and all them other stuff. I'm also going to be talking about the Shield reunion and all them other stuff. So about not only the Shield reunion, but also I'm going to be talking about Asuka coming back and Asuka making her main roster debut since vacating the NXT Women's Championship. And also more breaking news since yesterday. I don't want to spoil that, so I'm gonna be talk. So before we get to the tables, ladders, and chairs, let's talk about the tables, ladders, and chairs. So speaking of Asuka, which I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see the debut of Asuka coming to tables, ladders, and chairs. So speaking of which, let's get to that part. And why is us? On September 6th, on Wednesday, September 6th episode. Oh, sorry, excuse me. On the episode of NXT, Asuka relinquished the NXT Women's title due to a legitimate injury she sustained at NXT Brooklyn Takeover Part 3. She was subsequently moved up to the main roster on the Raw brand, so that thus meaning she will be facing whoever be facing her at tables, slats, and chairs on the Raw brand. So with that being said, on September 12th, Kairi Sane, the winner of the Mae Young Classic, has earned herself a shot at the vacant NXT Women's Championship at NXT Takeover WARGames, and it's been 17 years since the September 4th, 2000 episode of WCW Monday Nitro was the last time they held that match. So, and it's a good thing they decided to bring back the War Games match. So, as I was saying, she earned herself a title shot at NXT TakeOver War Games, but also on the 27th of September episode of NXT GM William Regal made the match at War Games at Fatal 4-Way for the vacant NXT Women's Championship, with qualifying matches held over the following weeks to determine the other three participants. So, on October 11th, sorry about that. So, I got a little distracted. So, so on October 11th, it was Peyton Royce versus Nikki Cross of Sandy and Liv Morgan in a triple threat to qualify for the match by pinning Cross after she was and Peyton Royce pinned Cross after she was distracted by Mae Young Classic competitor Tainara Conte, who was escorted by the Undisputed Era, which consists of Adam Cole and Red Dragons, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. The following week, another triple threat match was held. Ember Moon qualified that by beating both Ruby Riott and Sonya Deville. And on the next episode, which was taped, Nikki Cross last eliminated Billie Kay in a battle royal to qualify for the last spot in a fatal four-way. Cross later defeated Tayanara in a singles match on November 1st episode. The following week, Sane defeated Payne in singles competition. The next week after, Moon defeated Mae Young Classic competitor and also former Shimmer Championship Mercedes Martinez. And the other three competitors came into the ring and ringside area and stare each other down, blah, blah, blah. So, my predictions on that is going to be depending. My money's gonna be on Peyton Royce because even though accompanied by the likes of Billie Kay, but I think Peyton Royce has that it factor to become the next NXT Women's Champion. Who knows? And we're gonna get to the well, I'm not going to talk about the NXT Championship match, so I'm just going to get to the WARGames match, which I also want to be discussing with you about. So and how did this WARGames, the return of the WARGames match started? Well, let's chat. It was at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3, Sanity, which composed of Alexander Wolf and Eric Young, defeated the Authors of Pain, Akam, and Razor, ending their longest NXT Tag Team Championship reign to win the NXT Tag Team titles. After the match, Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle and O'Reilly attack all four competitors. Over the next several weeks, Adam Cole, who debuted at Brooklyn 3 by attacking the newly crowned NXT champion Drew McIntyre after defeating Bobby Roode. Fish and O'Reilly, including Adam Cole, now calling themselves the Undisputed Era, and Sanity, including Killian Dane, brawled with each other after their respective matches. On the September 27th episode of NXT, Cole defeated Young after Young was distracted with the Faction Brawl ringside. The next week after, McIntyre successfully defended his title against Roderick Strong, and after that match, the Undisputed Era came out to urge Strong to join them. And on October 18th episode of NXT, the Authors of Pain attacked Sanity by making their return during that match with the Undisputed Era, holding up the tag titles and staring down the Undisputed. On November 1st, and excuse me if I spoil this one, so on the November 1st episode taped of NXT, the Authors defeated Sanity by disqualification in their tag team championship rematch after they were attacked by the Undisputed Era, who beat up Sanity. Strong came out teasing joining Undisputed, but attacked Cole instead, setting Undisputed running. So General Manager William Regal then came up with the idea and announced that in order to restore order, the three teams will face off in the only match that could contain them, a WARGames match. That's right, the first match since the September 4th, 2000 episode of WCW Monday Nitro at TakeOver WARGames. So on November 15th episode, Strong defeated Cole by disqualification after Fish and O'Reilly pulled him out of the ring. After the match, the brawl ensured all three teams. So that match is going to be the icing of the cake before Survivor Series. So my guess would be, I kind of like the Undisputed Era duo, but they could probably win, but the Authors of Pain teaming with Roderick Strong, they might have a chance of winning that match, though, because there's no way neither Sandy nor the Undisputed Era will take on all, take on both three teams at once, so it's going to be hard. So now we got the NXT TakeOver War Games out of the way. Now we're going to get to the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs live predictions. So I'm going to start off with, well, let me continue with the Asuka. And since Asuka relinquished her NXT Women's Championship, so with that, on the September 11th episode of Raw, it was announced that NXT wrestler Asuka, who, like I said, just relinquished the NXT Women's title due to injury, was now signed to Raw by Raw General Manager Kurt Angle. After her main roster debut was scheduled for Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, a match was set up by Kurt Angle in a backstage segment. Bayley and Sasha Banks came in and discussed Kurt Angle that they wanted to be the ones, either Bayley or Sasha Banks, to defeat Asuka. Then Alicia Fox, Dana Brooke, and Emma demanded that they also want to face Asuka. So Kurt Angle decided that the winner of the Fatal 5-Way elimination match between these 5 female competitors would face Asuka at the event. So the last 3 competitors was Alicia Fox, Banks, and Emma. So Emma won by pinning Sasha Banks. So the following week, Emma said that she was tired about hearing Asuka and touted about how she started the women's revolution and be 4 of Raw's toughest women to earn her spot against Asuka. So, to be honest, this is going to be like a rematch from NXT Takeover's Respect 2 years ago. So I'm going to, who do I want to beat Emma at at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs? Asuka, because what makes Emma think that she's going to beat Asuka, knowing she lost in a squash match against Asuka 2 years ago at NXT TakeOver Respect? Or was it Dana Brooke, though? But it doesn't matter. My money's on Asuka, who's going to win that match. And now that part is out of the way, we're going to get to the next women's match will be the pre-show. So on October 9th episode of Raw, Sasha Banks eliminated Alicia Fox by submission from their Fatal 5-Way elimination match to determine Asuka's TLC opponent. So the following week, Fox won a match against Banks, claiming that she did not tap out and the referee made a wrong call. So Fox created a rematch, but then lost again to Banks by submission. And afterwards, Fox attacks Banks and shoved a referee, which she was fined for, and scheduled to face Sasha Banks in a rematch on the TLC pre-show. So Sasha is going to beat Alicia Fox at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs because no matter, I don't care how many times Alicia Fox has been a Divas champion, because there's no chance that she's going to lose to Sasha. I mean, she lost before in a mixed tag team match at Extreme Rules by teaming with Noam Dar against Sasha and Rich Swann, so it's going to happen. So Sasha Banks, I'm going to pick to beat Alicia Fox. And the next women's match will be for the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss versus her former mentor, the beautiful Mickie James. Now, it's been since earlier this year during the steel cage on SmackDown Live with Becky Lynch and Alexa, when Alexa Bliss was the SmackDown Live Women's title. Mickie James was La Luchadora, Becky Lynch's also alter ego, and she's the reason why Alexa Bliss brought her back. And then 2 months later, WrestleMania season came when Mickie James turned her back on Alexa by saying that she wants a SmackDown Live Women's title. So let's discuss how it starts. So it was at No Mercy, September 24th. Alexa Bliss defeated Bayley, Sasha Banks, so she defeated Bayley, Sasha Banks, Emma, and her BFF, Nia Jax, in a fatal five-way to retain the Raw Women's Champion. And afterwards, on the Raw Talk segment, Alexa Bliss insulted Mickie James by calling her an old lady. Now, that part was low. Now, first of all, Mickie James is 38 years old. Now, I don't want to be provocative, but she may be in her late 30s, but that doesn't give Alexa right to insult her veteran status just because she's turning old. She hasn't been in WWE for a while since joining TNA and the Independents. So the night after No Mercy, on the 25th, Raw, Mickie James challenged her comments, and after that, and repeat what Alexa said. So once again, Alexa assaulted Mickie by calling her an old lady. So Mickie again attacked the champion, and then the next week, on the 2nd of October, the following week, Mickie received gifts, including adult diapers and a walker, and then confronted a laughing Emma and Alexa Bliss by saying who brought those gifts. It was due to the fact, and who was behind that? The goddess Alexa Bliss. Mickie found her in the locker room, guarded by Nia Jax, who challenged Mickie to a match. And during that, the match ended Nia being disqualified after Alexa attacked Mickie James. And backstage, General Manager Kurt Angle then booked, and while Mickie James was backstage being interviewed by, another one? By Charlie Caruso, Kurt Angle then booked Alexa to defend the Raw Women's Championship against Mickie at TLC. So on the next night, Mickie said she would become a 7-time WWE Women's Champion. If Mickie James beat Alexa, she'll become the second 7-time Women's Champion by tying up to Trish Stratus' first 7-time WWE Women's title reign. And then Alexa Bliss came out, and the both of them traded insults to each other. And then Mickie James insulted Alexa's look, to which Alexa responded with more remarks about Mickie's age. So then Mickie then chased after Alexa and attacked her, but Alexa escaped. And now on the last Raw before TLC, it was Mickie and Bayley teaming up to face Alexa and Emma, when Mickie pinned the champion. So I'm going for Mickie James, because as much as I don't like Alexa's attitude, the way she disparages Mickie James' age and how old she is, so what? Age is just a number, like Mickie James said on October 9th. Mickie James may be old, but if she does become a 7-time women's champion, she still can pull it off. I can guarantee you that. So we now go to the cruiserweights. And it's a shame not to mention the tag team titles won't be on the line, especially the WWE Universal title. So this is going to be like the, the 10th time or 11th that a world title from Raw won't be defended. That sucks. No, it does. It really sucks. So, by TLC is over, somebody's going to face Brock Lesnar for the Raw Universal title. And speaking of which, on SmackDown, to those of you who watched SmackDown last Tuesday, Jinder Mahal cut a promo and then made a special announcement by claiming that since he defeated all the SmackDown competitors, SmackDown-like competitors to keep the WWE title, he made a challenge to Brock Lesnar, the current Universal Champion, next month at Survivor Series. And then yours truly, mine's truly, AJ Styles came out and confronted Jinder Mahal by saying that the only person that he never beat on SmackDown Live was AJ Styles. Now, the last time Jinder Mahal and AJ Styles did square off for the first time was on the May 16th episode of SmackDown months ago. Now I just hope that if it maybe AJ, now it's been like a couple of months since AJ Styles haven't got his one-on-one title shot for the WWE title, but against Jinder Mahal, it could be an epic 5-star match. So let's continue to the cruiserweights. Also at No Mercy, Enzo defeated Neville to win the WWE Cruiserweight Championship actually, Enzo didn't even win the title fair and square. He actually won it by kicking Neville in the jewels. Kicking Neville's in the jewels, which, very terrible, which I find it very terrible and unfair to Neville to losing the Cruiserweight title. Not to mention many rumors of Neville that he might be leaving the WWE very soon. I don't know what's going to happen. So the night after, Amore asked Kurt Angle to sign a no-contact clause, which meant if any cruiserweight attacked Amore, they could not challenge him for the Cruiserweight Championship, which Angle agreed. Later, Amore's championship celebration was interrupted by the entire Cruiserweight division, such as Tony Nese, Brian Kendrick, Jack Gallagher, TJ Perkins, Mustafa Ali, Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander, Drew Gulak, and many others, including Neville, who said that Amore has made a joke out of the entire division since joining the 205 Live Cruiserweight division, and then head to the ring and attack Amore despite the no contact clause. Immediately after Raw went off the air on the WWE Network, Braun Strowman power slammed Amore and let the entire Cruiserweight division each take a shot at him. So the following night on 205 Live, Amore stated that due to the no contact clause, none of the cruiserweights could challenge him for the title. Neville also explained that he knew that he risked his title rematch, but did not care and would do it again. So Neville faced Ariel Daivari, who befriended Amore, and Neville won by disqualification after Neville attacked Neville with his crutch and continued to attack him after the match. So the following week on Raw, Amore was confronted by the entire Cruiserweight division, who were led by Neville, and surrounded him in the ring. However, before they could get in the ring and attack Amore, he revealed that Angle signed another no contact clause, with this one saying that they would be fired. He then made fun of each of the Cruiserweights, which was Total Savage, and then Kurt Angle interrupted and backed up both clauses. However, he introduced Kalisto as the newest member of the Cruiserweight division, who will not be affected by either contract, and as he had joined the division after the no contact clauses, he'd been signed. Kalisto then attacked Amore. The following week on Raw, Angle scheduled Amore to defend the Cruiserweight Championship against Kalisto at TLC, but after some remarks from Amore, however, Angle rescheduled the Cruiserweight Championship match for that night and made it a lumberjack match. Lifting the second no contact clause, Kalisto subsequently defeated Amore to win the Cruiserweight Championship. The following night on 2 Live, Amore invoked his rematch clause for TLC, and he and Daivari lost to Kalisto and Mustafa Ali. And on the October 16th, on October 16th of Monday Night Raw, let's see, Amore along with Daivari, Noam Dar, Tony Nese, and Drew Gulak, who aligned with Amore, by thus becoming a heel in the process, attacked Kalisto and Ali. And the next night on 205 Live, Kalisto and Ali defeated Amore and Daivari in a tag team rematch. After which, Kalisto continued to beat up Enzo Amore. So Kalisto, just like he did in the main event of Monday Night Raw on the 9th, on October the 9th, he's going to beat Enzo Amore again. And once again, a normal one-on-one match. But why can't they do what SmackDown did? And when the brand was unified, no tables match, no chairs match, no ladders match. That sucks. And now we're going to get to the next part of the Cruiserweight division. In the preceding months of 205 Live, Gentleman Jack Gallagher and D. Brian Kendrick has been feuding with each other. However, Gallagher assisted Kendrick by attacking Cedric Alexander, thus becoming a heel in the process, and aligned himself with Kendrick and beginning a feud with Gallagher. So Cedric began a feud between Gallagher and Alexander. On October 16th episode of Raw, it states Gallagher and Kendrick was scheduled to face Alexander Rich Swann in a tag team match at TLC. After Cedric Alexander defeated Gallagher. The following night on 205 Live, Swann defeated Gallagher after Alexander thwarted Kendrick's attempt to interfere. So my boys Alexander Rich Swann can beat Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher. Those are my predictions. And now we got those three out of the way. The other matches for tables, ladders, and chairs, which you're all dying for, now has been changed. And to those of you who are Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns fans, guess what? You don't have to worry because the rumors are finally over. Yes, the Shield is finally back together. However, the main event of that match has been changed. Same with Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt matches. Due to some of the Well, let me tell you how it happened. So, okay, on the night after No Mercy, September 25th episode of Raw, Roman Reigns was the guest on Miz TV for his victory over John Cena at No Mercy. So the Miz gloated as he retained the Intercontinental Championship at the event against Jason Jordan, and he insulted Reigns' former stable, The Shield, claimed that if he and the Miz Taraj, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas were together when the Shield still were, they would have beaten them. And Reigns said that if the Shield was together, they would have beaten the Miz Taraj. Yeah, right. So after some arguing, the two faced off where Reigns defeated Miz in a one-on-one match, non-title. But afterwards, Miz and the Miz Taraj attacked Reigns with a steel chair. Also at No Mercy, the team of Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, also former Shield members who had reunited and retained the Raw tag team titles against The Bar, Cesaro, and Sheamus. The following week, Reigns received a title match against The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship on the October 2nd of Raw. And during that match, The Miz, Cesaro, and Sheamus attacked. So, at the beginning of Raw, Seth Rollins faced Braun Strowman one-on-one, and after Braun Strowman won, Dean Ambrose came and Braun Strowman decimated Ambrose. Then Sheamus and Cesaro came in and attacked Ambrose and Rollins. And then during the Intercontinental title match between Reigns and The Miz, all three of them, Cesaro, Sheamus, and The Miz, attacked Roman Reigns in the ring and triple powerbomb him, following attack by Braun Strowman. So later that night, Reigns defeated The Miz by disqualification after The Bar, Cesaro, and Sheamus in the field. So the three of them mocked the former Shield member by performing a triple powerbomb on Reigns before the show ended. After the Cruiserweight title match, Reigns was approached backstage by both Ambrose and Seth Rollins, hinting a Shield reunion, which gave the crowds chills and goosebumps. So on October 9th episode of Raw, Miz opened the show with the Miz TV segment with Curtis Axel, Cesaro, and Sheamus. All four of them were interrupted by Reigns, and Miz mocked Reigns over rumors that the Shield were reunited by saying that just like Roman Reigns, the Shield reunion rumors are nothing but hype. And Roman Reigns responded by saying, "Who says anything about rumors?" So Reigns, however, was then joined by both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins on the stage, officially reuniting the Shield, and the trio attacked Cesaro and Sheamus and performed a triple powerbomb on The Miz. So a six-man tag team tables, ladders, and chairs match was announced between the Shield and the team of Miz, Cesaro, and Sheamus was scheduled for TLC. Later that show, Braun Strowman defeated Matt Hardy in a one-on-one match and attempted to further attack Matt Hardy, but the Shield appeared and attacked Strowman, who Strowman had a couple of issues with, and performed a triple powerbomb on him through the broadcast table, as Ambrose had said that during the backstage segment that they would take on any number of opponents. So, which gives Miz an idea, requested for Strowman to be added to at the TLC match. General Manager Craig reluctantly agreed, and as a result, he made the match a 4-on-3 handicap tables, ladders, and chairs match. Then on October 16th, the last Raw of tables, ladders, and chairs. At the opening of Raw, as Kurt Angle was going to talk about the tables, ladders, and chairs event, the Shield performed their old entrance by coming out through the crowd, wearing the old gear and their intro, Sierra Hotel and their Echo Lima Delta, blah, blah, blah. And once they came down to the ring, they wanted to address based regard to their opponents at TLC. So The Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Strowman all came out, but was stopped by Angle before a Raw could ensue. During the episode, Ambrose and Reigns retained their Raw Tag Team titles against Sheamus and Cesaro in a rematch. And Miz convinced Angle to add a fifth member to his team at TLC. So Angle decided that if Strowman beat Reigns inside their steel cage main event, a fifth member could be added. But if Reigns won, Strowman would be out of the TLC match because Axel wanted to be the fifth person to confront the Shield backstage, but was left beaten. Bo Dallas was absent during that segment due to an illness. And during the steel cage main event match, while Sheamus, Cesaro, and The Miz were fighting Ambrose and Rollins in the parking lot, the Demon Kane, who was last seen on December 2016 on SmackDown, returned by tearing through the ring canvas and chokeslam Reigns, allowing Strowman to win. The Miz then introduced Kane as the fifth member for the team as TLC, making it a 5-on-3. And here's the breaking news to that main event match. So I'm gonna break it down to y'all. And it was announced on the WWE.com and on my WWE app that Roman Reigns will be out of the main event due to illness. And this is not a joke, people. This is really gonna happen. Kurt Angle will return in action at tables, ladders, and chairs and replace Roman Reigns. Due to the medical issues impacting two WWE superstars scheduled to appear at WWE Tables, Ladders, and Chairs streaming live on the WWE Network this Sunday, the special event will now feature Kurt Angle competing in the WWE for the first time more than 11 years, thus marking his first WWE match 11 years since 2006. And the current general manager Raw, Angle will join forces with the Raw Tag Team Champions Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins of the Shield to battle the daunting combination of Braun Strowman, Intercontinental Champion Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, and the Big Red Machine Kane in the tables, ladders, and chairs 5-on-3 handicap match. So Kurt Angle and Ambrose and Rollins will win that match, but I don't think they'll be able to survive with the team of Braun Strowman, Sheamus, Kane, The Miz, and Miz, though. I don't think they will survive Miz's team with Strowman and Kane on their side. I just pray Angle don't get injured during that match. And last but not least, the dream match you guys have been waiting for. Originally, it was supposed to be Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt in both of their gimmicks. Finn Balor in his demon gimmick, and Bray Wyatt and his sister Abigail gimmick. But now the match got changed to Finn Balor versus AJ Styles, both two former Bullet Club leaders back in New Japan. This is gonna be like a WrestleMania caliber dream match. Finn Balor from Raw versus SmackDown's AJ Styles. I wonder what Shane and Daniel Bryan's gonna think, but so it started when Finn Balor defeated Bray Wyatt in a man versus man match where neither used supernatural powers. So on the following night on Raw, Balor was interviewed backstage. He thanked Wyatt for their No Mercy match and said he will now focus on facing Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. However, later in the show, after the match with Goldust, as Balor stood in the center of the ring celebrating, the lights went out and a child began singing Wyatt's song, "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands." The following week, Balor called Wyatt a coward. Wyatt then appeared on a Titantron and revealed that despite Randy Orton's action prior to WrestleMania 33, Sister Abigail was still alive and was dying to meet Balor. Wyatt, embodying Sister Abigail, appeared on the Titantron, telling Balor that she was going to hurt him because he hurt Bray Wyatt. So the following week, Balor introduced his newly created demon with a Halloween spirit side, and a match between the demon and Sister Abigail was scheduled for tables, ladders, and chairs. And due to medical issues for Bray Wyatt, AJ Styles from the SmackDown brand replaced Wyatt as the demon's opponent. So the showdown between Styles and the Demon is the one that the WWE Universe, including myself, has been wanting for a long time and promises to be one of the most exciting matches of 2017. Now that will be I think the AJ Styles versus Finn Balor match will be like a 5-star or 6-star or 10-star wrestling match between the two, because both of them have been in New Japan all over the world. They won titles. They became world champions since coming to WWE, and both of them are former Bullet Club members. So I'm as much as I love both Finn Balor and AJ Styles, I can't even tell which one of these two will win, Balor or AJ Styles, because I'm sensing a WWE Bullet Club reunion over there. So I think it's Styles. I think it's Balor. I don't know. I'm just going to have to find out like some of the others. Even though I'm not upset about two of the matches at tables, ladders, and chairs, but I think Dave Metzler, but a lot of people who I did their YouTube on the matches being changed, but I think it's going to be epic to see Kurt Angle coming back at tables, ladders, and chairs, and also AJ Styles facing Raw's Finn Balor now. I say it's going to be awesome. Matches being to see Kurt Angle coming back at tables, ladders, and chairs. It's definitely going to be awesome. Also AJ Styles facing Raw's Finn Balor now. So, and thank you all for coming, and that is it for another live WWE tables, ladders, and chairs, and also NXT. And don't forget to watch WWE NXT Takeover WARGames live on November 13th on the WWE Network. Plus, also, tables, ladders, and chairs this Sunday. Don't forget to make your live reaction out of that. Tell your friends, tell your brothers, tell your sisters. Make sure they watch it. And if you like this live prediction, make sure you hit a like. Don't forget to leave a couple of comments. Tell me your predictions on what's going to happen at WWE Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. What do you think of Finn Balor versus AJ Styles and Kurt Angle coming back, teaming up with Rollins and Ambrose against Kane, Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Strowman? So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a nice weekend. I gotta go get a haircut. Until then, this is your boy Lennox signing off.